Hello everybody, Jerome Wright here. Once again, you're joining me on my Jerome Wright YouTube channel here on YouTube. Okay, in this video, I'm going to be discussing a condition with people that have been around for some time. I don't think we see much of it now, more so than we did in the past, and it seems like to be a boom of it back in like the 18th century, where people were born with a hairy face condition or hair all over their body portions. Okay, the disease is called hypertrichosis, and it's spelled Hypertrichosis. This disease, I'm gonna pull up an image. Here's a woman, and by the way, you can Google most hairiest people, and I forget the name of this site that I've actually pulled these images off of, but it's actually the 10 most hairiest people in the of reported cases with these people, okay, of being hairy like women and all. I mean hairy and having hair all over their faces, looking more so like being associated. Some of them are called the wolf syndrome disease. As well. Okay, this woman's name, her name is Julia Pastrana, and she lived from 1834 to 1860, and she was from Mexico. She was Mexican. Okay, and as you can see here, it's amazing that she's wearing that cross, because it's my position that the cross means a cross-referencing of mankind's being with that of animal kind being, and these people like this to come out like this are a result of that, and that's where I'm going with this. I'm gonna go to the next. Let me see which way we're going here. Okay, this is a boy here, as you can see, and he's with the circus, Bronham Circus, and I don't know what his name is. I'll tell you in 1 minute if I can find. I got a couple notes. Okay, now I don't have his name, but I got them mixed up here. And do I have a number up here? If I have a number on the image that is up, oh, it's 31. Okay, yeah, I do have a name. His name is Fedor Jeffikthu. He was born in 1868, and he's from Petersburg, Russia. Okay, and he had joined the circus. All right. The next one you see the hairy faces. This is what I'm gonna link all of this to Leonardo Davinci work. So this is where we're going with this, people. Okay, about general genetic bridging with mankind and animal kind. We're gonna go to Leonardo da Vinci with this. Okay, this image is 32. So this is a girl, okay, and you can see again she has this hairy face syndrome thing, and you can see her mother cutting her hair or trimming her face there. She's up here in school eating. Hold on, let me see if I can. She's up there in school eating here, okay, with her hairy face, and you can see all of those images there. Are we looking good here? Yeah, okay, good. All right. Her name is, she's a 13-year-old girl from Thailand. It doesn't give her age. I mean, well, her current status, but it's called, she's diagnosed with werewolf syndrome, and it's her name is Suptra Sapspahanak or something like that. She's a 13-year-old girl, and she's from Thailand. All right. And now again, people, I'm going to link all this to Leonardo da Vinci. This here is what number is this? Okay, this here is Patil girl or Patil, okay, and he was born in Skangalai, India. Okay, again, it's the werewolf syndrome. He's from India. Now notice that these cases are scattered cases across the globe. And they're rare instances. This is not something that is commonplace. Now this guy is supposed to be with a lion syndrome, so they say. Okay, and his name is Stefan Babowski, And he was born 1891, and he lived to 1992. And it's the lion-faced man from Warsaw, Poland. Warsaw, Poland. And I think that that's about it with that. Oh no, I don't have the name on this little, seeming to be a girl here, a boy, I don't know. But again, see the hair across the face? People, my entire site here is about how mankind has been genetically altered from their original origins, which is that of ape and African. And as a result of these genetic contaminations that keep furthering this process, because those that are responsible for this and know of this manipulation process that was actually always in place through our ancestors could go back into this scenario like so many 400 years, and it seems like the cycle is actually accelerated now, whereas before it was 400 years. After so many cycles, you can go to 300 years, and then 200 years, and then 300 years, and then every 100 years, and then like every 40 years. This cycle is actually picking up in a stage in the pyramid to where they can tap into. And this is what I'm describing, which is causing for these rare instances to flare ups. These are flare ups, okay? Rare instances where flare ups show up. Now, I'm going to take us to, let me go. This is Leonardo da Vinci's artwork. Now, Leonardo da Vinci, for those of you that don't know, is a 14th century artist who supposedly has one of the greatest minds in our world, and has been hiding encryptions in his artwork which reference hidden secrets. And it's left at that. No one has never said that his artwork details that of genetic manipulation or bridging of mankind's being. I am the only person that brought that finding to the forefront in my videos. I have the Last Supper that I decoded here. I have Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, which I've decoded here. The Adoration of Maggie, I have that. Also Da Vinci's Christ, I have that in my videos here. Excuse me. Da Vinci's Study of a Horse, Da Vinci's Study of the Horse with a Rider, that is here. Da Vinci's painting of the prisoner, okay, I have that. Da Vinci's Study of the Last Supper, I have that here in my videos. So people, you need to see my videos, because Leonardo da Vinci's work, his entire life, for even the self-portrait images of Leonardo da Vinci, I have actually decoded and shown the underlying messages which are hitting beyond what is there in face. Now, I was seeing things from just with the naked eye and through my multi-dimensional sense of being and awareness through my paranormal experience and encounter that I have had that led me to this stuff in the first place. This has always been my position. My story is there on alien UFOs, on how it is folded almost some 5 years ago to current. I have several sites. This is I'm here on YouTube now. This is where I've become most popular at. But on alien UFOs, I have almost like 140,000 views in my 5 years there, and I have some interesting stuff there as well. But this here is what has me here to this point. Is that in that time I've got a couple people that jumped on board with me, and they started doing, they said, listen, man, we've been having the same feelings. A lot of people, I get a lot of emails from across the globe where people said, man, I knew that there was something in that artwork. People have said that they have these paintings, the originals, in their homes. I got those emails and stated that I would have never guessed it was there. Now, when my friends come over, I can explain it to them, what is there, and I'm linking them to your work. The numbers and subscribers that I have are growing, but some of the people that are so down to earth to join me, in this case, a guy Mike got with me on it, and he started mirroring these images. Now, there's no secret that everybody knows that Leonardo da Vinci is using a mirror. It was using a mirrored process in doing his paintings and his drawings. So Mike after seeing so many, me and Mike been doing a couple things here now for a few weeks. He's seen, say, hey, listen, I'm going to try this. Mike's did a spin on this, and he produced images. Now, this here is, I believe the title of this, I believe is Sleeping Cats. I believe it's Sleeping Cats. But when you Google the image and look at it, I mean, there are some sleeping cats here, but there are other creatures tied into here that you can clearly see do not look like cats. Like this creature here has a face of a lion. This actually does look like a cat. This looks like a cross between a dog and something else. You know what I mean? Or a cat and something else. They look like rats here. These look like rats right there, wrestling with each other and tussling with each other. It's what this is showing you is a genetic intermingling of creatures that where genes were brought together, and through that and through that unison, new genes were created and then introduced to that of mankind. Now, I'm going to bring up the mirrored image and show you what this produced. Now, you see these different creatures, all that I've discussed and described here. So when you Google this image, Davinci sleeping cat, you'll be able to look at this now and see why these hairy-faced people have actually came up. I'm going to bring up the image that was mirrored and the results of that mirror. Now, why is it not here, though? I don't see it. I can't go back to previous. Oh, there you go there. Okay, good. I'm going to go up large with this. In fact, let me go back to the fourth, and let me go up large with the other one first, so I can show you, because I can actually go larger with this, so to give you guys an idea, for those of you that don't have the ability to go and to have the opportunity to see this so large. I got it on my large screen here. Okay, I'm going to keep it there because the most of the animal. But look at the creatures on how they appear here, there, here. Got to see if I'm looking to make sure that I'm here. I got you on screen with me here. And this title is Sleeping Cats. There's a cat there sleeping. Okay, but look at the genes, and this here looking like this looked like a domestic cat, and this actually looked like a cat of the wild. You see this crossed with something else, and look how this is seemingly a lizard right there. This is repping the reptilian presence of these genes. You see these insinuations that are being made, like not so much a fire breathing, and this is what it looks like what we would think of like a fire breathing dragon or something would look like, or a lizard, because that's what the face and head of this and the tail of this is. But this is a representation of like the creatures that are in that time, like let's say like the mono lizard, creatures that are consistent with the genes that would be expected to be from this creature and the creatures that Leonardo da Vinci is detailing here, which is actually that of reptilian. Now, he include these images because this throws you off, because when we look at this and say, well, no such creature existed in Leonardo da Vinci's time, so obviously he's not talking about that, which is true. He's talking about the ancestry of that creature, which did exist and which evolved through to his time. So the creature that is repping this creature here, this dragon looking creature, at that point in Da Vinci's time, is the creature that he is suggesting upon, stating that it contributed genetically to this cocktail, this genetic altering of these animals, all included in one, to cause for a change, a genetic change. Not only in that, but I'm going to bring in some faces where the same scenario. Now here's the mirrored image, people. I'm going to take the same image and it is mirrored, and this is what is produced. There's the mirrored image of that. Okay, and let me see what happens when I go larger here without throwing. I'm going to try to go larger. Okay. And it went larger, good, without no problem here. Now, this is the problem about being larger. All right, now let's go to the top. Remember those hairy-faced people that I showed you from all parts of the world? Thailand. There's some in Japan, reported cases in Japan. China, Thailand, Poland, Mexico. There was a couple other places, India. Okay, these hairy-faced people. Well, Davinci has one right here. There's the chin, the mouth, the eye. There's an eye, and there's that hairy-faced individual right there. Okay, and Davinci not only puts that hairy-faced individual there, which I've just showed you people in real time having this condition. Davinci has a being with the same condition, with an animal face, human likeness, with the same condition back in the 14th century. In fact, Davinci goes into detail to describe how that individual, or how that creature, how that beast became to look the way it did. And it's from that genetic cocktail. Because when you mirror the image, Davinci's paintings or drawings give you the truth. These creatures, remember those cats? The wild cats, so two white wild cats coming in? Here they go here. They come in together in a mirrored image. They're going up into, you see like a halo here? This circle? Look at that closely. Look what these cats are doing on either side. Can you see that? Okay. Here's a tail of a rat looking like creature. It even has its anus right there of a rat looking like creature. See the anus? Here's the tail. Looks like a rat. Ass coming up on the same side because this is a mirrored image. So we got the same thing that's over here. Over here is a mirrored image. Coming over. Anus, tail. Looks like a rat. And guess what is shown crossed over with? Guess what it has the head of? See it? A cow. See the eye of the cow? Here's the top eyebrow, lower eyebrow, eye area. And then here it is over here. It looks like the cow actually even has a bridle on his face there. See that? Here's the lips of the cow right there. So guess what is happening, people? This is the cow nipples right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 because 2 belongs to the mirrored image on this side and 2 belongs to the mirrored image on this side. So guess what these cats of the wild are doing? They are suckling on the milk from this cow creature that is shown mixed with another long-tailed creature consistent with that of a rat or a cat or a ferret. Davinci is showing you that there was a genetic manipulation, a cyclination of animals that calls for the likeness of creatures that grow with a condition with their hair on their faces like that. Now, it even gets better because this is an amazing, 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 amazing discovery. Now, you possibly will see this and you possibly will not. Now, there are 2 angelic-like figures. Notice that you have the white cats suckling. You have cats of a color switched off, bladed off, like the wings of this cat. Well, if you notice the cats now shown with these genetics, notice where the paw is at. The paw comes here on that side and on that side. Notice how the paw comes here on that side and on that side. Well, these cats now have the chemistry from this cocktail that Davinci describes with all of these creatures. Creates like wings on these cats' backs. So now it's telling you through the genetics of these cats, which have now become contaminated through the suckling, there's a genetic contamination with mankind. Now, are you with me, people? Are you with me? Oh, because it gets even better yet. These cats, if you notice, there's the image of an angelic-like figure right here. There's the head, there's the hairline, there's the mouth, there's a nose, there's an eye, here's an arm, here's the body, there's the navel. You see this? The cat on it. You see, so the cat here is shown being freed, pushed away, showing you that it's now crossed over within a what you call figure, human figure. Now come to this side because you can see it even better. Navel. Here's the back. The cat's claw is on the back of an angelic-like figure. Female figure right here. Eye, hair, mouth. The body. The full body right there. You see that, people? On both sides. You can take either side. So now we have mankind. A womankind. A female. In the image of man. Created, shown, introduced to this cocktail. Don't be surprised because cows are a source of food that we digest. Cows produce milk, which is DNA. If there's a genetic bridging or cross-contamination in genes, this is a way of doing it. Okay? So it's a bodily fluid. So don't be surprised of this, people. Now, showing you that this cat, blood and semen, after being contaminated through this process, a further breakdown, and now it's showing you at this point is to the humans. In fact, there's the crotch area here of that female. There's a leg, and I don't know if we got it over here too, down in here. And in fact, it looks like it actually shows the female vagina right there, a turn-in right there. I don't know if you can see it from there. I can bring this in closer because I'm going to end this video real quick. I'm not going to drag this one out like I normally do. I'm going to make case in point, but I do want to bring that in to show you the female figures, people. They are here. There's the heads, there's the hair. The cat's foot is on the back. Here's the leg. Here's the pubic area down between the legs. Over here, it even looks like, I told you, like a vagina. There's the leg. Here's the body reaching out, showing you that there's a separation of these genes. The cat, look, the cat is pushing on the back. This cat is saying, look, I'm crossed between, one leg of the cat is pushed on this cat going up there, and the other one is on the humans. Showing you that between this chemistry, this cat is bridged between that, showing you the leg there and the other leg on that of humans. So it's a bridge. This is a bridge between this and that. And in fact, look at this. Look at the cow's face. Is it in there closer for you people so you can see? There you go. You see it, people? And then there's the underbelly of the cow. The nipple. There's one nipple, two nipple, three nipple, four nipple. This cat suckling. This cat bridged over that cat with somewhere its left paw on the back of this cat bridged over and its right paw on the back of an angelic, a female figure. There. Now, showing you that this cat embodied these human figures. Now, there's something else. This is all about, this chemistry is all about the breakdown of genes, an extraction of genes, a separation of genes from our ape and African ancestor. Hold on, let me see if I got an image. I always like to bring up the reminder picture of what mankind used to look like. Here's one of what mankind used to look like. It is all about the breakdown and separation of these genes to create other likenesses of mankind. So Davinci captures this. There's a separation. What genes are taken out? So you have an indication of our white counterparts there, angelic-like, with these cats bridged over. The references being made of blacks being in here, or Africans being in here, is our apes being in here, is, remember what I told you in Davinci's time, they either described it in the form of ape or a demonic looking figure with horns. Because you know why? ape and African genes were a devil of a task or of a burden to remove the genes out of later created or mutated creations. So this is where the devil came into play at in ancient rooted religion, in ancient rooted paintings, and then in descriptions. If you go back into all of the paintings, the ancient paintings from the first, second, third, all of these centuries, all of the earlier images before the devil was painted red or described as being red, the devil actually had a black or ape or African-like appearance. So therefore, people, I give you the devil right there. There's a horn right there. There's a horn. There's the forehead. In fact, hold on. Let me get this up, people, so you can see this devil's face. There's the devil horn there. That's his left horn coming across his head, the top of his head. Here's the right horn right there. Here's the wrinkles in the devil's forehead. There's the devil's left eye. There's the devil's right eye. There's the devil's left cheek. There's the devil's right cheek. There's the devil's mouth. This is the devil's head, people, here. Do we got both pictures in? Because you can probably get it on this side as well, too. Let me back it off some so you can see the devil on both sides. Now, there's the devil here as well. There's the devil's head, people. The horns and all. The eye sockets, the face. You see that? And you see this? The devil's right arm, I believe it is here. Oh, left arm. No, this is the right arm on this side. And it would be the left arm on this side. Because it's two images, because it's a mirrored image. Wow, that's amazing. All right, now check this out. Do we still have this here? Let me make sure I'm still in the picture because I'm going to be working off this side here. Let me make sure I'm seeing his whole body. Okay, right there. Am I in? Okay, good. Here's the chest cavity here and here. And here's a foot shown here. So we have an indication of black and white. In fact, I'm seeing now like they're hanging breasts right there. It almost seems like this morphs into an entire body of an individual now that I'm here. There's definitely the hair, there's the face, there's the body, there's the arm. Okay, it looks like sagging breasts, and it looks like the body is just morphing out into there. You make the conclusion. I'm going to leave this here for a minute so you can look at this, because I want to go back up to the guy all the way up top with the hairy face. So that hairy face syndrome, which is described as wolf syndrome or hypocrisy or whatever, I'm going to spell that word out because it's a condition. Hyperricosis. Hyperricosis. It's Hyperricosis. So Davinci is telling us that in the 14th century, because this person here with this hairy face in the likeness of man has the same condition, has all of those other images I showed you with, including children and men with hairy bodies. It's describing how these genes, which were intermingled with mankind, when we were bridged over, some of the genes actually escaped into that of what? Our human civilized population, genetically. So as a result, people, I'm going to move out of this image because you should have had a long enough time to look at it and study it now. Okay? You agree with me? Sure you do. So I'm going to come out of it and go back to these people here. In fact, take a closer look at this guy, this hairy face guy. Can we get it up any better? No. Take a look at that hairy face person there. Because the next faces that I'm going to show, in fact, almost got horns. The next person that I'm going to show you, the next people that I'm going to show you is an exact description of that right there. So I'm going to go back through the people here and show you that these are the faces. Oh, that these are the faces that Da Vinci is describing, which were created through the genetic contamination, this rare disorder, or the surfacing of genes, which at some point at a time that the ancestry of these individuals that has this disease was exposed to, why their being was being altered, or their ancestry was being altered. The mutation from the process, in other words, found a way through, surfaced, and it is here. And that's what this is stating. It's a leak through. But what's amazing is that scientists and ancient rooted royalty and ancient rooted religion claim not to know how this flare-up occurred. And here we have Leonardo da Vinci from a time and from an era describing in his artwork, but only not up on face, but in mirrored images. He brings us the same faces of the beings that I just showed you and why they have this connection. And he's describing it as a genetic altering, which included cats, cows, genetic contamination through cow's milk, genetic bridging over these cats with the cows. Look at this, people. Look at this. In fact, as I'm looking at this even stronger right now, because I said that I seen a vagina right here and a woman. I said that I seen all of this here, in which you can see too. But as I'm looking at this even closer, this is even looking to me like the parted legs of a vagina right here. These cats coming together, creating a female organ right there. That's what this is showing me right here. This is showing me the uterus of a woman right here. This is what I'm seeing. A uterus shown with the creation of these animals that genetically contributed to altering, which is describing. This is why you have these women appearing on the leg of this. This is a uterus. And let me see if I have an image of a uterus to make sure that I'm actually stating. Well, it doesn't look like I have an image of a uterus here. I bet you I find it though once I close the video out, because that's what normally happens. But it did give you an extra longer period of time to look at this image. Well, I look for this image of a uterus because I know that I should have one. And for whatever reason, I cannot find one. But, alright, I'm without a uterus. But I'm seeing open legs here. And it looks like this is creating, these cats are claiming, or this is insinuating the uterus, people. That's what this is insinuating to me. Because these look like open legs. This looks like the vagina. Okay, and it's showing you the contribution of these animals to changing that of the uterus. And this is why you have females over here on either end in the likeness of mankind. And this is what I am seeing, people. This is exactly what I am seeing. And I'm hoping that you are seeing the same exact thing. Now, of all of this chemistry, we have those hairy people that are there showing you. And this is what is describing them. I'm going to come out of this. And this people is Da Vinci's. It's a mirrored image of Leonardo da Vinci's sleeping cats. And it's my position that Da Vinci is fully detailing why we have a global contamination. Global, because these images of these beings appear globally, but they are rare instances and where we have these flare-ups, and this is why it's being caused. Leonardo's 14th century paintings or drawings described why it occurred, which is extraordinary that it can now be revealed, because through understanding what caused this is through the understanding how to fix this. But those that have engaged are those that practice in the genetic altering of our being, which Leonardo da Vinci had the knowledge of, pretend like they do not know what is happening, what is going on, leading scientists on a wild goose chase, while they still collect taxpayers' money where there is kingships and queenships, and they live high on the hog, and where there is religion, they collect tithes. They have their own medical facilities, these kingships and these queenships and these ancient rooted religions. They have their own, and they can fix themselves because they know what is wrong. Because most of what we are suffering from today, they created through genetic contamination cocktails, which calls for different genes to be created, old ones to be destroyed, extractions, and in the wake, you have death and resurrection of new and old genes, which means that there is a consideration as to what effects, causes and effects that this is having on certain groups of that of mankind, meaning extinction. My name is Jerome Wright. You're joining me on my Jerome Wright YouTube channel. I'll see you on my next video. So this is a girl, okay, and you can see again she has this hairy face syndrome thing, and you can see her mother cutting her hair, trimming her face there. She's up here in school eating. Hold on, let me see if I can. She's up there in school eating here, okay, with her hairy face, and you can see all of those images there. Are we looking good here? Yeah, okay, good. All right. Her name is, she's a 13-year-old girl from Thailand. It doesn't give her age. I mean, well, her current status, but it's called, she's diagnosed with werewolf syndrome, and it's her name is Sutra Sapspahanak or something like that. She's a 13-year-old girl, and she's from Thailand. All right. And it's amazing that she's wearing that cross, because it's my position that the cross means the cross-referencing of mankind's being with that of animal kind being. And these people like this to come out like this are a result of that. And that's where I'm going with this. I'm going to go to the next. Let me see which way we're going here. Okay, this is a boy here, as you can see, and he's with the circus, Bronham Circus, and I don't know what his name is. I'll tell you in 1 minute if I can find. I got a couple notes. Okay, now I don't have. Hello, everybody. Jerome Wright here. Once again, you're joining me on my Jerome Wright YouTube channel here on YouTube. Okay, in this video, I'm going to be discussing a condition with people that have been around for some time. I don't think we see much of it now, more so than we did in the past, and it seems like to be a boom of it back in like the 18th century, where people were born with a hairy face condition or hair all over their body portions. Okay, the disease is called hypertrichosis, and it's spelled hypertrichosis. This disease, I'm gonna pull up an image. Here's a woman, and by the way, you can Google most hairiest people, and I forget the name of this site that I've actually pulled these images off of, but it's actually the 10 most hairiest people in the of reported cases with these people, okay, of being hairy like women and all. I mean hairy and having hair all over their faces, looking more so like being associated. Some of them are called the Wolf syndrome disease as well. Okay, this woman's name, her name is Julia Pastrana, and she lived from 1834 to 1860, and she was from Mexico. She was Mexican. Okay, and as you can see here, I don't have his name, but I got them mixed up here. And do I have a number up here? If I have a number on the image that is up, oh, it's 31. Okay, yeah, I do have a name. His name is Fedor Jefficthu. He was born in 1868, and he's from Petersburg, Russia. Okay, and he had joined the circus. All right. The next one that you see the hairy faces. This is what I'm gonna link all of this to Leonardo da Vinci work. So this is where we're going with this, people. Okay, about general genetic bridging with mankind and animal kind. We're gonna go to Leonardo da Vinci with this. Okay, this image is 30.